my goodness, you guys. My life in the sunshine. Okay. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Okay. So now that we've got all the shenanigans out of the way, I know it looks a little interesting because I'm in my car, but nevertheless, it's a work day still for Miss Tracey, and I'm making it happen because I really appreciate you guys reading books with me. I really and truly do. Thank you so much. I mean, in this world of technology and everything, which Miss Tracey obviously has issues with, but nevertheless, I'm learning and I'm growing, and that's what I love to do, especially when I learn something and make me go, from reading a book. Okay, so our very first book, as I said, is called The Rain Stomper. It's by Addie Boswell, and it's illustrated by Eric Velasquez, probably Kes. Anyway, this is a cool book. And since it's kind of been raining off and on in St. Louis, I thought maybe I would go ahead and rock this book. All right, here we go. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. Maybe if I turn it just a smidge that way. How's that? Okay. Can you see it? Can you see it? All righty, here we go. You know what? I might try to do something. Okay, I'll do that next week. That's okay. We'll do it next week. The Rain Stomper. On the very first day of spring, Jasmine flipped out of bed. She twirled her baton. What's that? Oh, all right. She twirled her baton and she swirled in her new red suit. Today was the day of her big parade. All the children on the block would join in, dancers and drummers and cheerleaders and dogs. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Jasmine could already hear the neighbors cheering and the tat-a-tat boom from the drums. What is that humming noise? I keep hearing something humming. Doesn't she look cute in her uniform, twirling her baton? Everybody loves the parade. Jasmine threw open her front door and wind whistled through her hair and thunder rumbled the ground. The sun scuttled behind the clouds and the sky twisted into a thick black coil. Slap! Clatter, clatter, slap! Boom! Walla, walla, boom! Boom, 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 boom. Thunder rattled the bricks in the walls. Clink, clink, whoosh, whoosh. The wind plunged her family back into their beds. Even the weeds slunk back into the earth. Oh, man. Jasmine hated the rain. It ruined parades and it silenced the horns and the drums. It tripped up the dancers and the dogs. It soaked new red suits. Womp, 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 womp. Mud puddler, Jasmine muttered. Cloud crasher, she complained. Clack, clickety, clack, clack. Parade record, she rumbled. Tat, rattle, rattle, tat, 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 tat. Boom, walla, walla, boom, boom. And the rain roared. Bang, walla, 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 bang, bang, bang. The rain crashed. Bam, walla, 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 bam, bash. And the rain bellowed. Isn't that what it sounds like sometimes when it's raining? Boom! Walla, 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 boom! Walla, 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 boom! Jasmine stepped onto her stoop. She lifted her baton and shooed it. And she shook it. Slap, clatter, clatter, slap. Rain slapped against the sidewalk. Boom, walla, walla, boom. Tattered, the thunder rattled the windows, and bam, walla, walla, bam, bash. Jasmine shook her fist. Ooh, and then she stomped her feet. That's showing that storm, Jasmine. Clatter, clatter, slap. She kicked the rain down the steps. Splish, splash, whack. She splashed it down the sidewalk. She chased the rain into the street. I am Jasmine the Rain Stomper, she yelled. Jasmine stomped and splashed and skipped and shouted until the children peered from behind their doorways. Their feet tapped, kerplop, plop, plop. Their hands clapped, kerplunk, plunk, plunk. Kerplop, plop, plop. Do-do-do. Kerplunk, plunk, plunk. Do-do-do-do-do. Splash some more, Rain Stomper, they shouted. Splash higher, Rain Stomper, they yelled. Stop bigger, Jasmine. Jasmine splashed more and higher and bigger. Spun and she shook. She even rat-a-tat-tapped. Look at her braids. They're just flying. I love it. The sun peeked out and beamed. The puddles shimmied. And the children cheered. Yeah, come on, let's cheer, baby. Yes, the Rain Stomper. Woohoo! Go, Rain Stomper. Go, 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 Rain Stomper. Go, 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 Rain Stomper. More children poured out of their houses. They stomped and splashed and skipped and shouted. Then they drummed and whirled and flipped and twirled. Children flooded the street. Even the weeds came out. Well, I think we could do without the weeds. And so it was that Jasmine, the Rain Stomper, and her parade of puddle splashers out-stomped the rain. Slap, clattered, bam, bash, shut up, boom, walla, bang, crash. Da-da-da, dun, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum, bum. That's the Rain Stomper, bum. Bump, that's the Rain Stomper. Bump, bump. It's written by Addie, Boswell, and illustrated by Ari Velasquez. Woo-hoo! Yeah, so, hey, Miss Mickey. What was I going to say? Oh, got this at the I See Me bookstore, and you can too, for your little Rain Stomper. Just a little lesson about, sometimes life is not about waiting till the storm is over. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. Be happy even when things aren't going your way. It's okay. You gotta wait, right? The storms don't last always, right? It's a little life lesson to that. You're welcome from Miss Tracey. Okay. All right, we got another one. This one I think I will read because it's got boys and girls in it. Hey, kid. Yeah, you. Are you kind? Are you curious? What's that all about? Can you be really, really ridiculously silly? Obviously Miss Tracey can. Then you'd better open this book right now because you're about to become a purple person. Matter of fact, that is Miss Tracey's favorite color, purple. And guess what? She's a purple people too. Want to know what a purple people is? Let's read the book and find out. All right. Illustrations are by Daniel Wiseman. Here we go. Ta-da! Ta-da, 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 ta-da! Now, this is what you do. You got to follow my guide to become a purple person. You guys see that okay? How to Be a Purple Person by Penny. Now, you may be asking yourself, why in the whole wide world would I want to be purple? Well, Miss Penny's going to tell you. Just keep on reading. Purple is a magic color made when red and blue work together. I think all the best things in the world are purple. But you're probably wondering, what does that have to do with people? Wow! Are you a genius or something? Because you already are on your way to becoming a purple person. You want to know why? You want to know why? Well, Penny's going to tell you. Okay. Step 1. Ask really great questions. My dad says purple people always ask great questions. Questions about everything, even questions about questions. Hey, Dad, how far away is outer space? Have you ever met a dolphin? How many dolphins live in outer space? Anybody have the answer to that out there? Anybody? Well, maybe you guys will have an answer by the time we get to the end of the book. Okay. Purple questions are the kind that help you learn something really big about the world or something really small about another person. How tall is the world's tallest rainbow? What's your bear's name? Charlie. Dad says the more purple questions you ask, the more purple you become. How many do you think there are? Oh, they're looking in the stethoscope. He also says I can only ask him 20 questions about space dolphins per day. That was smart, Dad. And you know she's asking, how come I can only ask 20 questions? You know she's asking that. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right, I'm trying to make it so. I kind of figured that was going to happen eventually. All righty, here we go. Let's do it this way. Okay. Can you guys see me? Okay. I was trying to adjust the phone so you guys can see all at the same time. Okay. Step number 2. Step number 2. You gotta laugh a lot. My grandma says purple people laugh a lot. We are always laughing together. I mean, like snot out of our nose laughing. Ew. That is gross. But I guess if you're, Anyway, but I guess sometimes it does happen. Ew, they've even got it on grandma's sweater. Ew. We laugh at books. We laugh at jokes. How do you make a tissue dance? I don't know. How do you make a tissue dance? You put a little boogie in it. Ew. That is a kind of a good joke. Anywho, we laugh at donkey dances and hairy elephant knees. Hee-haw, hee-haw. And there's the hair on the elephant knees. And we especially laugh at Grandpa's funny noises. Grandpa. My grandpa and I, we used to laugh at my grandmother snoring, and now guess who snores? It's so not sexy. It's not sexy at all. I don't like it. It's atrocious. But anywho, purple laughing helps us remember the things we share and forget what we thought made us different. And it's almost impossible to be angry when you are laughing. Try it. I dare you. Grandma says the more purple laughing you do, the more purple you become. She also says Grandma's noises are her favorite noises in the whole wide world. Aww. Step number 3, use your voice. And don't lose your voice. Use it. Don't lose it, right? My mom says purple people use their voice and don't lose their voice. She encourages me to sing my best singing voice. My dad is the one with the hairy chest who loves me more than all the rest. And she encourages me to give good ideas. Let's see what her idea is. Let's wear monster costumes to school and to share my opinions. I personally feel like we shouldn't have to eat Brussels sprouts because they smell like sweaty socks. Well, Penny, I like Brussels sprouts. As a matter of fact, I do. But that's her opinion, and that's what Mom was trying to tell her to do. Don't lose your voice, use your voice. Sometimes people lose their voice, and that's okay. And that's okay. It happens. A purple voice helps someone who is having trouble finding their own voice. Purple people don't just speak up, they also listen. Maybe you could tell them you don't like it when they call you that name. Want me to help you tell them? Mom says the more you use a purple voice, the more purple you become. Mom, can I help you play? Can you help me with my play? She also says she heard my opinion on Brussels sprouts, but I still have to eat them. I'm going to work on a better argument. Good luck with that, Penny. Step number 4. Work hard, super duper hard. My grandpa says purple people know how to dig in and get stuff done. Get her done. He and I like to work hard. We build things, yeah. And while we learn things, and while we grow things. Purple work is the kind of work that's done together to change something that needs changing. What do we want? More playgrounds. When do we want them? Now. Or fix something that needs fixing, or help someone who needs helping. Grandpa says the more purple work you do, the more purple you become. He also says no purple work has ever been done while sitting on your backside sipping strawberry lemonade. Okay, are you ready for the last step? Are you ready? Are you sure? Are you sure you're sure? Are you really, 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 really ready? Okay, drum roll, please. Step number 5, paint yourself Purple. I am not about to paint myself purple, Penny. Nope, not gonna happen. You guys can. Miss Tracey is not. The closest I'm gonna do is purple is enjoy the beautiful color from afar. Or maybe on my wall. Or maybe even my hair. But not myself. Just kidding. Woo! Boy, that was scary for a minute. That's not the way to become a purple person. Actually, being a purple person has nothing to do with what you look like. My teacher says purple people look all sorts of ways. They are big and small and old and young. Some wear cool coats. Some wear shorts with lots of pockets, and some wear funny hats, like Miss Tracey's got on right now. She says some purple people feel blue sometimes and red other times. And some purple people even have green hair. Step number 5. Just be you, the real you. Like my teacher always says, purple people can come in every color you can dream up, and every size you can think up. The only way to be purple is to just be you, because you're the only you've got. The only one that we've got. So those are my surefire steps to turning into a purple person. Hey, wait a minute. You ask really great questions, and you laugh a lot, especially at Miss Tracey. You use your voice all the time. You are a really hard worker, and you are totally you. Well, I'll be a llama's mama. You've been beautifully purple this entire time. And I'm sure glad you're a purple person. Mama? Because the world needs more purple people just like you. Cute story. I like that. And look, there are all the purple people in Penny's neighborhood. The world needs more purple people by Kristen Bell and Benjamin Hart. The illustrations are by Daniel Wiseman. Got this at the ICME bookstore. Guess what? And you can too. Alrighty. Now, let me see. I think I had time for one more book, you guys. I think I'm going to use this last one. I'm going to do this one. Okay, here we go. I read this book and met the author. She's the late Patricia Mckissick. She's a St. Louis native and an excellent children's book author. She also has some young adult titles as well. Beautiful soul, beautiful soul. And this is a very good book. And I'm going to tell you something, grown-ups out there, we can learn something from this book as well, okay? This book is written by Patricia Mckissick and illustrated by Giselle Potter. The honest to goodness truth. Libby hurried out the door and down the porch steps. "Did you feel water, old boss?" Mama called from her sewing room window. Wait a minute. Did you feed and water, old boss? Mama called from her sewing room window. Libby stopped at the gate. "Yes, Mama," she answered, and she was surprised at how easy the lie slid out of her mouth, like it was greased with warm butter. Mama stopped sewing Virginia Washington's wedding dress and came outside. Libby dropped her head and wouldn't look in her mother's eyes. Are you sure? Mama asked real stern-like. Speak the truth and shame the devil. Libby opened her mouth, but Mama placed a finger in the air as a signal for her to stop. Libby Louise Sullivan, I'll ask you once more and again. Did you feed and water old boss? Libby's stomach felt like she'd swallowed a handful of chicken feathers. Her eyes commenced to fill with water and her bottom lip quivered. Then, taking a deep breath and gulping hard, she owned up to her lie. I was gonna do it as soon as I got back from jumping rope with Ruthie Mae. Now the truth comes out. Libby felt a lot better, even though Mama punished her double. For not tending to old boss, Libby couldn't go play with Ruthie Mae. And for lying, she had to stay on the porch for the rest of the day. It was the first time Libby had lied to Mama, and as far as she was concerned, it was going to be the last. From now on, I'm only going to tell the truth, she decided. Come on. Now, wait, make sure I didn't skip a page. No, I didn't. Okay. All the children from Briarsville were gathered outside the small church. Waiting on Sunday school to begin, everybody was admiring Ruthie Mae's new dress and marching hat when Libby came skipping up. Morning, everybody. Morning, Ruthie Mae. She spoke all nice. I like your outfit. It's real pretty, but you got a hole in your sock. All eyes went from the hat to the dress to the hole. Meanwhile, Libby skipped up the steps and inside the church without ever noticing the hurt on her best friend's face. Ooh. Ouch. Well, now she didn't mean to hurt her best friends, and it was true she did have a hole in the sock. It was true, but was that a nice thing to say? Probably not. We can sometimes hurt our friends unintentionally. Service ended, and same as always, Libby asked Ruthie Mae to walk home. No, no, and no again. Ruthie Mae glared at her. Libby was purely surprised. What'd I do? You told the whole world I had a hole in my sock. Well, it was the truth, Libby pronounced, feeling satisfied. It was plain mean, Ruthie Mae replied, and she hurried away. Oh, boy. Libby looked at the idea from the outside in and then from the inside out as she walked home alone. By the time she trudged up the steps, she was still confused. The next morning, Libby joined a group of friends on the way to school. Did you do your geography homework? Willie asked Libby. It was easy, she answered. Not for me. Willie shook his head. I didn't understand it, so I didn't do it. First thing in class, Libby started waving her hand. Me, Miss Jackson! Me, Miss Jackson! Me! When the teacher called on her, Libby announced, Willie don't got his homework, his geography homework. Doesn't have his geography homework, corrected Miss Jackson. No, ma'am, he don't. Libby was pleased with herself, and Willie gave her an ugly look. Why'd you tell on me? He whispered. And then as he headed to Miss Jackson's desk to explain, With certainty, she whispered back, "All I did was tell the truth. Like it is. I told it like it is. So there." And she folded her hands neatly in her lap. Before lunchtime, Libby had told a lot of truths. She reminded everybody how Daisy had forgotten her Christmas speech and cried in front of all the parents. She told how Charlesetta had gotten the spanking for stealing peaches off Miss Stacy's tree. Whoop, get my spanking. And the whole class knew that Thomas didn't have lunch money and had to borrow some from Miss Jackson. Oh, Libby, it might be true, but sometimes just because it's the truth doesn't mean it needs to be said. Quite honestly, Miss Tracey's still learning this lesson. By the time school was out, hardly anyone would talk to her. "Why are y'all so mad at me?" Libby asked as her classmates started home without her. On Libby's way home, she wondered why her stomach felt as fluttery as it did when she told a lie. "I promised Mama I would tell the truth no matter how much it hurt," she assured herself glumly. "And that's all I done." Before Libby knew it, she was in front of Miss Tussleberry's vine-covered cottage. The woman was in her rocking chair, gliding back and forward and fanning herself with a hand-folded fan. "How do you do, Libby Louise?" she called in her sing-song voice. "What's that sad look you're wearing on such a pretty day?" Libby jumped right in with what was bothering her. "Can the truth be wrong?" "Oh, no," Miss Tussleberry said, fanning faster. "The truth is never wrong. Always, always tell the truth." "That's what I thought," Libby said, a smile of relief lighting up her face. Miss Tussleberry leaned over the railing to pluck a bloom from one of the vines that grew all over her yard and up her house. "Don't you think my garden is lovely?" Libby thought on it. Ordinarily, she would have just said yes, for fear of sounding sassy, but that wasn't the truth. So, polite as you please, she answered, "Miss Tussleberry, truly and honestly, your yard looks like a jungle." "Well, I declare," Miss Tussleberry gasped. "Don't be mad," Libby pleaded. But it was too late. Miss Tussleberry rushed inside her house and slammed the door. Womp, 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 womp. Even though Mama was busy putting the finishing touches on Virginia Washington's wedding dress, she still took the time to listen to Libby's problem. "I feel something awful. All my friends don't like me no more." "Anymore," repeated her mother. "No, they don't. And just 'cause I told the truth." The girl sighed deeply. Handing her a needle to thread, Mama asked gently, "Are you sure they're mad at you for telling the truth?" "I think so," said Libby. "Willie was mad as a hornet when I told Miss Jackson he didn't have his homework. And Miss Tussleberry got plenty upset when I said her garden looked like a jungle." Mama smiled. Oh, I see. Then, putting down her work, she took Libby's hand, saying, "Sometimes the truth is told at the wrong time or in the wrong way or for the wrong reasons, and that can be hurtful. But the honest to goodness truth is never ever wrong. Then Mama went back to stitching and pulling and stitching and pulling and stitching and pulling and stitching and pulling and stitching and pulling. Libby walked back to the barn to feed and water old Boss, all the time trying to get an understanding of her mother's words. Just then, Virginia Washington sashayed out of the fields and past the barn, come for the final fitting of her wedding dress. As she watched Libby brush old Boss, Virginia burst into the laughter. That horse is older than Black Pepper, she said, shaking her head. I doubt you could get $1 for that old flea-ridden swayback. And she flounced off towards the house. Don't say those things about old Boss. Her, throwing her arms around the horse's neck. She knew he wasn't the fine carriage horse he had once been, but why did Virginia have to rub it in? Now Libby thought back on her own truth telling, and Mama's words suddenly became crystal clear. Ding! Later, Libby talked to all the other victims of her truth-telling. But there was one more person she had to see. On the way home, she headed straight for Miss Tussleberry's house. Libby found her neighbor out front, down on all fours, pulling up flowers and snatching up vines by the roots. When Miss Tussleberry saw her, she wiped her brow with the back of her hand and flashed a full smile. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings yesterday, Libby said. Libby Louise, you were right, Miss Tussleberry replied. This place had gone completely and uncontrollably wild. But you were so mad at me. Miss Tussleberry waved a dismissing hand. The truth is often hard to chew, but if it is sweet love, then it is a little easier to swallow. There were some of the people that I did say this stuff feel like Miss Tussleberry. Some folks get mad and then just stop talking to you. Oh well. Libby really did understand. She picked up a hoe and began helping. Things are really looking pretty good around here, she said, and that was the honest to goodness truth. By Patricia Mckissick, The Honest to Goodness Truth. This is and the pictures were illustrated by Giselle Potter. I love this story. I really, really do. Okay, y'all. That was the last story for today's Sunday Story Time with Read to Me, Miss Tracey. Thank you very much for those that are watching on the Read to Me YouTube channel. Thank you very, very much. You can always go to Read to Me, Miss Tracey YouTube channel, or you can, send us an email on the ICME Facebook page. I do get those emails and the Facebook comments and things like that. If you maybe you want to hear a book, or and then also on the Read to Me YouTube channel, I often will put in a link where you can buy them from the ICME bookstore. And if they're not there, if there's no link there, then I will, try to guide you to the author's webpage, and you can buy directly from them. So I really do appreciate it. I don't know if anybody, I saw that there was a couple people on the YouTube channel, but I don't know who logged in and who was watching. So you guys give me comments and say hi so I can know who's watching. Okay, I really appreciate you guys. I will see you later, alligator in a wild crocodile. Give a hug, ladybug. Blow a kiss, jellyfish. I'll see you soon, big baboon. Out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear. Wave goodbye, butterfly. I really do appreciate you guys reading stories with me. It's awesome. Awesome sauce. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time, okay? hopefully my place will be renovated. So, but I don't know, this didn't work out so terrible, right? All right. See you later, you guys. Keep reading. Read yourself a book every day. Read it to your pets, your friends, your family, your stuffed animals, your toys. They love it when you read to them. Okay? Bye, y'all. Do, 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 do.